Hey everybody, welcome back. We are PlaneForge, and welcome to episode 2. I hope you enjoyed the first episode. Real quick, let's just go ahead and go around and introduce ourselves.
All right. I'm CJ. I'll be playing Siler Sanderwick this evening, and hopefully it doesn't suck.
I'm Brian. I'm playing Jarrett Rockbreaker, and at some point in this stream, I'm going to have to stop and take a very violent dump.
I'm Jordan. I'm playing Joran, and I'm probably the most normal of the bunch. So,
Oh, whatever.
Yeah,
That's a bold-faced lie.
indeed. Actually, on the note of violent dumping, let's just give a shout out to everybody. Probably PG-13 to rated R here tonight.
True.
Just so you know.
Yes.
Your discretion advised to continue watching. Don't stop.
All right. And I am Aaron. I am your dungeon master,
Dunger.
aka the Architect of Death.
Ooh.
Mostly for me.
Spooky.
Yeah. You just fuck this guy in particular.
Everybody wants to fuck me.
If that's what you want to keep telling yourself. All right. So, quick recap. Last time, you guys made your way. You had just arrived. Well, two of you had just arrived at the city of Generon in pursuit of fame, gold, glory, and status. Joran was in the Temple of Torm, as he had spent most of his life there. He was looking mostly just to get out and find answers, and figured that joining the Kraken Society would be the best way. You guys met up as you approached the Kraken Society, all expecting to have one type of aptitude test or another, only to find out that you had a lot of paperwork and a dungeon run in front of you. Jarrett punched a door that turned out to be a mimic that tried to eat him.
They all want to eat me.
Yeah, they do.
Syler then opened the door,
Opener of the doors.
where you went into a room and quickly just slid right on through that room. No problems here,
Yeah, he
much
did.
to my chagrin. And after that, Syler opened a second door, and
Yes, he did.
by magically putting beads in certain holes. I did write this. What am I talking about?
They were marbles.
I mean, more power to you. Whatever, choose your flavor. Wherein you found a cave that contained a shadow and a dark mantle that tried to swallow Joran's head.
Fun.
You guys were able to defeat that, and you guys took a short break to try and recoup as you were feeling the hurt, and entered the next room after Syler opened the third door.
Dun, dun, dun.
And you were met with, well, I've been watching you. And you saw in front of you a Spectator.
Dun, dun, dun.
And that is where we find ourselves today.
So a spectator being someone watching us.
So there's a classic D&D monster called a Beholder, which is like this, only larger, and has 10 eye stalks, and is a lot more powerful. Spectator's basically a baby Beholder, but they've got all kinds of eye stalk power beams and all kinds of fun goodies I can throw at you.
Okay.
So, what?
what is the room like?
So
Is this another cave, or what does it look like?
So it has a cave-like appearance, but it is much more refined. Like it was, the last room was just like an open kind of cavern type cave. This looks like it was like a room that was chiseled out of stone. You
Like
got
this.
yes, just like that, Jarrett Rockbreaker. And it's a fairly large room. It's probably 60 by 60.
Okay.
And the spectator's kind of floating in the middle on a somewhat raised platform. I mean, maybe a foot or two. But just enough to make it feel like he's important.
Okay.
And then in the like underneath, it looks like there's like a trapdoor or something underneath that sort of stage, if you will. But otherwise, it's just an empty room with this floating, medium-sized aberration.
Okay.
So,
So we're not an initiative right yet, are we?
Not as of yet. You have just walked through the door, and he has spoken to you, or it, I guess. I don't know if they have genders.
Okay. Well,
It's a
I'm
floating
going to.
ball with eye stalks, basically.
Okay.
And it looks like this.
I can't tell there's an ugly guy in the way.
That is ugly.
Yes.
All right. I am going to try and throw a hex on this guy, just kind of nonchalantly. Gonna just start speaking over the black spot that's in the middle of my left hand, and the ink is gonna start to spread out and embed itself into this thing's skin.
What is
And
this?
as I'm doing
you assume
this-
because I'm a monster that I'm a bad guy? You're gonna hex me right out of the gate?
So, as I'm going, I'm actually going to be saying, well, it would appear that you can speak, and that means that you can bargain.
Right.
So the thing with hex is there isn't a save on it.
Okay.
But once the hex is on him, he's going to take disadvantages to rolls of a certain skill.
Okay.
So I'm going to pick wisdom. So any insight checks, religion checks, nature checks, investigation. I want him to not be able to like roll good on those. So he's going to get disadvantage on wisdom rolls.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to open a dialogue.
All right. So you just want to just talk to him after you hex him?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, right now, I think Sylar is kind of operating under the assumption that everything in this dungeon has tried to kill him. So, big floating guy with sharp teeth is probably going to do so. But, he's also talking, so he's going to try to give him a chance to bargain his way out of this. But
Okay.
the way Sylar sees it, we're either striking a bargain or there's going to be a fight.
Right.
So he's
Okay.
getting prepped for it.
Fair enough. What do you want to say to it?
So I'm going to say, well, it must be a lonely life down here. Just waiting for the next party to come through. And either you kill them, or they kill you. Either way, you're a prisoner. And either way, I'm walking through the door.
You don't see another door other than the one you came in. Just
Okay. I will still say door. I'm going to assume he's guarding a door. And if I can kind of bluff like I know there's a door, maybe that'll
right.
put me in a position of power in the conversation.
Fair enough.
So I will still say, he's guarding the door, and Either ye can align yourself with me, strike a bargain, and I'll do what I can to get you out of here. Or I can kill you.
And you realize as he speaks back to you that his mouth was moving, but it wasn't an audible noise. What you're hearing is actually in your head through telepathy.
Okay.
And I mean, unless you guys, so do you guys understand? Any of you have deep speech or undercommon as your languages? I don't
Let's
think
find
so.
out.
How would I find that?
Because if you do, he is currently speaking audibly undercommon, which you guys probably, if you don't know it, you won't understand. But in your mind, you're hearing words that don't match his mouth.
Where would I find what language I speak?
So if you open up your, if you're on your page, your
Scroll
character
all the way
sheet.
down.
It'll be on the left, I believe, under your skills.
Under your senses. Scroll all the way down. And then it's on the left.
Oh, languages, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have it. I've got common and infernal.
Same. I've got common. I don't have whatever you're talking about.
I've got common, deep speech, draconic, and giant.
Okay.
Jeez. You've got a lot.
Yeah, the giant is because of his runes and his rune knight class, or subclass, I should say. So yes, he is currently speaking undercommon, and so the words that you're hearing in your head do not match what his mouth is saying. But he says, "Oh, I was just joshing you before. I'm totally gonna try and kill you." And I need you all to roll initiative.
All right.
That's a D20.
Yes, plus your initiative modifier. Oh, you told you that die was going to kill me. I had rolled all the good ones before we started. He rolled a natural
All right.
1 in his initiative.
17. I need to step away for 10 seconds.
All right.
I got a 16.
I got 16 too.
Which of you guys has the higher modifier for your initiative?
I have 0.
I've got +2.
Okay, so Jarrett will go first.
Won't CJ?
Sorry, between the two of you, he will go before. Jarrett will go before Joran. The
I
Spectator
have 0
got a
initiative
3.
unless someone tells me to have it, so.
Siler.
Yes.
You get to go first because the Spectator was not going to have a surprise round, but he rolled a total of 3 on his initiative.
Oh.
He is going dead last.
Okay.
So you have hexed him already. If you could kindly shut the fuck up.
Get fucked.
What are you wanting to do?
All right. So Siler is going to. Is he within like 30 feet or so? Can I close this distance?
Yes. So the room is, like I said, is about 60 by 60, and this guy is in the middle. So he's probably about 30 feet from the door.
Okay. So Siler has yet to give up on the idea of talking this guy down. So he's going to pull his pistol, close the distance. Okay. And he's going to kind of shove his pistol like right in this thing's giant mouth because it looks like it's all mouth. But I'm going to hold action. So we're going to hold Eldritch Blast and wait for it to make any kind of move, anything that would seem to be aggressive. And that'll be the trigger for Eldritch Blast. So he's pulled his flintlock. He is trying to shove his pistol right in this thing's mouth. And this is kind of twofold. He is still willing to talk this thing down, but Siler has also recognized that a lot of his most potent magic has to do with retaliation. So he's also trying to get himself bit.
Okay.
Like he is just.
So
there's a gun here for sure, but there's also this yummy.
So like giving
there's also this delicious boy sit.
You kind of cut out there. Can you say that again?
And I will hold action. Hold action until he does something aggressive, and I think he'll make it clear that this is his last opportunity.
Okay.
So he's gonna
were you trying to say something to him as you shoved a gun in his mouth?
Yeah. I'm not one that likes to repeat myself. This is your last chance. And he's just gonna kind of smile and hope that this thing starts offering him terms of some sort.
Okay. So did you shove the
if
gun
not, he's-
physically in his mouth, or is it just like aimed at his mouth?
Well, it looks like there's room in his mouth. Like if I can get a whole pistol into his mouth and because it looks like the thing is all mouth. So yeah, if he can go elbow deep, he's going elbow deep into
God.
this thing's mouth.
He'll gag.
Pistol. I like it.
He'll be like,
Yeah.
but
This
yeah.
be your last chance.
All right. And he'll be like, I have a job for you. And in your minds, you are hearing, look, man, I just got a job to do. I'll get it paid. I gotta try and kill you. If I don't, I lose my job.
Boston?
Apparently.
All right. So are we still in initiative? Do I have
Yes,
time to
you are.
respond to that?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
it's
so
talking. It's kind of like a free action. I mean, I don't want to make it like a huge conversation, but it's just kind of like a quick back and forth. I mean, like I said, this is in your mind. You just shoved a gun in his mouth.
All right, so, and how much are they paying ya?
Look. You hear in your head. It's not just about getting paid one time. This is like an ongoing gig. Like, it's a career, okay? My career is being a dungeon monster now. This is get the show on the road and do something, all right?
Okay, do I still have time to respond to this? Has this been 6 seconds?
I would
or-
probably say it's the next person's turn, which I believe
Okay.
would be Jarrett.
Okay. I'm gonna swing my flail at him.
Now, this is the guy that knows what business is.
So straight after Siler charges the thing and fists it with the gun
In the mouth, no bet.
in the mouth,
It's some
I start swinging my flail in a circle. Remember, it's an extended flail. So I start swinging it and aim at one of its eyes. I don't know. That thing's fucking small. I can't really see it.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's only got one.
So it's got one main eye in like the core of its body, but it's got 4 eye stalks.
Okay, I'm gonna go. How are the eye stalks arranged?
So there's like 2 kind of coming around at the top, and then like 2 think like Doc Ock, but with eye stalks.
Okay,
Doc Ock eye stalk.
Doc Ock eye stalk. All right. So I'm gonna swing my flail at the. How tall is it, or how high is it floating?
I mean, it's just kind of like hovering over the ground. It's not like it's flying high. It hovers.
Right. Does it hover 6 inches off the ground, 5 feet off the ground?
Maybe like a foot or 2.
Okay. I'm swinging at the top right eye.
Okay. Go ahead and swing.
Fucking
What'd you roll?
1.
Oh no!
It's rough. It's rough.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then
As you get close to this guy, like something about it just unsettles you. The fact that like you're hearing one thing, but in your mind you're hearing another. You go to swing at him, and the flail just flies out of your hand. And if you want to get it back, it'll be a whole action to go and get it, pick it up.
Okay. I'm gonna bounce back and swing my sword at the same eye.
Are you going to expend your what is that second wind? No, that's your action surge. Is that what you're trying to do? Because you
I
only
thought I
have
got
one attack, because your weapons aren't light. So the 2-weapon fighting is only with light weapons.
All right. Then I guess I'll end my turn by shouting "fuck."
Fuck.
And
Tyler chuckles.
and just so you know, on your character sheet, you do have that action surge ability as a fighter. Basically, you have one right now, and you can expend it, and basically have second action. Which, if you wanted to take 2 attacks, you could expend that and do it.
Okay. Actually, I'll not end my turn on fuck, and I'll still say fuck, but then I'm going to try and swing my sword at it this time. And do the action surge thingy.
Alrighty. So go ahead and roll your attack roll.
I got a 19 plus 5.
Yeah, that is going to hit.
I know.
Roll.
I know.
Roll
They're all
that sweet
disappointed.
damage.
That's the
Bajis.
D8.
Believe it is. So now you had the extended flail. You picked this sword up to swing. Are you holding it 2-handed or not?
Yes.
Alrighty. So then roll a d10 plus 3.
Gotcha. Where's the D?
Where indeed?
I count, Brian.
I've got a 0 through 9.
No.
That would be a d10.
Ooh, I found the D10.
0
I
basically
found the
is
10 Ds.
yeah. 0 is basically 10.
Fucking
Did you roll a 1?
1.
Plus 3, so 4 damage. So you steel yourself and push past your normal ability to make another attack, and you do a whopping 3 or 4 damage to it.
It's gonna be a good day.
Way to go, Jarrett! You kind of hear this?
Jarrett.
You call that an
Jarrett.
attack? That was a tickle.
Get fucked.
And
Tyler chuckles.
I'm gonna end my turn there, I guess.
all right, and Joran, you are up.
So, how far away from me is
So
Garrett?
So you just came through the door. This guy's in the middle of the room. He's about 30 feet away from you.
No, how far away from me is Jarrett?
Oh, he ran up to an attack, so he's also about 30 feet away from you.
Ah, balls. Well, I'm gonna have to go with a different plan. I am going to declare a two-hand attack, and I'm gonna wield my sword.
So you're not going to have your shield up? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I can choose a two-hand attack, can I?
So at the beginning of a fight, you will choose whether or not you have two-handed or you're going to use your sword and shield. And the next time you want to change it, it will be a full action to basically don your shield again. And without your shield on, your AC is going to go down.
Fine. You know what?
So just
Screw
letting you
Robin.
know what you're getting into.
I'm just gonna divine smite this fucker once
Alright.
again.
Okay, so you're going in. So make your.
to go two-handed. So after seeing,
So you're doing it two-handed?
No, I'm not.
No, you're not doing. Okay, sorry.
Yes, one
Alright.
hand.
One-handed. All right.
After
So
seeing
roll.
Tyler shove a gun up this guy's neck without even giving him a chance.
I mean, so it was all
Right.
telepathic. So you heard the conversation.
Well, I know, but still, I'm just gonna go with it this way.
All right.
And then Jarrett failing utterly. I am sick and tired of the nonsense. I just want to go to my room. I want to eat a piece of bread and I want to pray. And so, out of pure frustration, I summon all the strength of Torm in me and I divine smite this motherfucker!
All right. Roll your attack roll.
Please roll a 1.
That would suck, huh?
Well, I mean, the beauty of Divine Smite is.
Fuck!
Did you roll a
Yeah.
1?
I got a 4.
Okay, that's fine. So the beauty of Divine Smite is you don't actually waste a spell slot because you only expend it when you make a hit. But you also, you know, steeled by the thought of one-upping Jarrett, you go and take a swing, and he just kind of like moves an eye stalk. And he's like, "Nope, sorry, gotta be better than that."
Oh, Joran is pissed.
Alright, so
And I end my turn. Still pissed.
Ugh.
This is that violent dump break I was talking about. We'll be right back.
All right, so the two members of the dungeon delving team, Siler, have both failed at making contact, and it is back to. Oh no, it is the spectator's turn. I was almost about to skip the spectator. So,
Indeed.
your arm is in this guy's mouth, correct?
Yes, correct.
All right, he gonna do a bite.
You go
Okay.
Do a chomp.
Sweet.
Does a 16 hit?
A 16 will hit.
Alrighty, it's a d6 plus 1. That's not very... Okay, so 4 damage. That's not a very good bite. Good lord.
4 damage.
D6 for a
Okay.
bite.
So, a whole lot is about to happen in a very short period of time. Okay?
Alright.
So, first off, when he bites down, my flintlock is going to trigger. So I'm going to make that attack because I was
Alright.
holding action, waiting for an aggression. So, oh, nat 20. Look at that.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, see, I can pick up a die and show you a nat 22.
Well, okay, that's fair.
No, your reaction was...
That's fair.
Your reaction was... Your reaction's good. Go ahead and this is gonna be different than how we played before, CJ. Just
Okay.
because I like the rule, because even on a critical hit you can roll so poorly that it's even worse than a normal hit. So you're gonna do full damage on one and then roll for your second instead of rolling twice.
Oh, okay. So that's an automatic 10.
That's actually a
plus
Mercer
a
move
D10.
there. So
Nice.
yeah, roll full
Okay.
damage for your first die and then roll.
So
your
that'd
second.
be 18 damage.
Whew.
18 force damage plus a d6 for the
I
hex.
take back what I said.
So that's 2. So 20 damage off the bat.
Holy
Um,
shit.
Plus another 10 because my armor of Agathis is still up. And when he chomped into me, he takes just an auto 10 so long as I have those temporary hit points.
So Siler's just taking this guy out.
How much damage did you do?
Well, I just did 30. And I'm about to also use my reaction to trigger Hellish Rebuke.
How much is that?
That is 3d10
Oh my
plus
god.
a d6 of necrotic.
For your Hellish Rebuke, how is your Hellish Rebuke that powerful? I don't remember Hellish Rebuke being that powerful. What the fuck is this?
So
All right.
Siler's essentially
D&D
just
Beyond
blowing
lied
this
to
guy
me.
out the water.
The difficulty for this battle said was hard. For 3
so
players of level
10,
3, which you are, it said this
3.
was hard.
So that's 10, 3, 17 plus 4, 21 more damage. So that is,
51?
I think it's 41.
No,
41.
sorry,
You do 41 damage as a level 3.
But he does get a save for the fire damage. So he, instead of taking 17, he could take, what, 8 damage? Yeah, 8 would
It
be half.
doesn't matter at this point. This dude is gone. He had 35 hit points left. He started with 39.
Oh, that's lovely.
How
You
is
just-
Okay.
how in the
brain
hell
down.
you do 40 whatever fucking points as a level fucking 3?
Well, like I say, everything I built this character to do is like
Oh my
in
God.
retaliation.
What?
Everything is a retaliation with him. He's got no offense, so if he hadn't gotten bit, it wouldn't have worked.
because you're the celestial warlock, you're supposed to have you're supposed to be like the healer support, not the fucking DPS. God, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
So, anyway, so I've got one arm in this guy. I'm going to put the other one kind of on his bottom, and I think he is going to explode in a just fountain of ice and fire and force and necrotic damage, and viscous liquid is just going to coat everything. And I'm going to turn to the party and go, "Behold, I be Siler Sanderwick, slayer of spectators, killer of shadows, and opener of doors."
This was supposed to be a boss battle, and you killed it in one attack.
Yeah, well, I'm out of spell slots if it makes you feel better.
Fucking blew your load on that one, didn't you? God.
Yeah, I would have been screwed if that didn't work.
Holy hell. I mean that's my episode, guys. Like you're supposed to fight a monster. No, there's a whole other
What am I gonna say?
This was at least supposed to take a good, half hour of the. It was supposed to be a boss battle. What the fuck?
He should have taken
No
the
bosses
deal.
when you're fighting with Siler.
Oh my god. So
I just took a huge dump.
that's gonna get cut out. No. Yeah. So this guy's just been eviscerated. Like, as he explodes with all the effects and everything that you just popped off, Siler, you just hear in your heads, "Nah!" and just green goop everywhere.
So he's dead?
He is gonzo.
Wow, we killed him.
Dun, dun,
And
dun.
one...
Jordan.
Hey, I attacked. I did a roll. It was a good roll, but it was a roll.
All right. So as I have turned around, oh, Brian, did you miss my new title?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to redo this for you then. All right. So as this thing explodes and viscous mucus is just everywhere, Siler's going to turn around to you and go, "Behold, I am Siler Sanderwick, slayer of spectators, killer of shadows, and opener of the doors."
Oh, Jesus.
And as I do, I'm going to prestidigitation to clean all of the mucus off of my clothes.
The joys of
How the
prestidigitation.
mucus on my clothes?
Or mine.
That's a cantrip, so you could theoretically do that to everybody.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. So
But he doesn't know it's
Siler's-
well enough.
Siler's gonna walk over to Jarrett, and he's gonna go, "Now, who killed the spectator?"
Well,
He's
I
gonna,
think it would be more like a, "Now who?"
Yeah.
I mean, it's like he's
So
almost
I'm gonna
7.
try to
He's
get him
about,
to say it.
yeah, he's like almost 7 feet tall in this, plate armor.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Now,
Okay.
who killed the spectator?
I'm gonna have my my familiar parrot just kind of hop on my head so I can look him in the eye. Now, who killed the spectator?
You did.
I did, and I will tap him on the shoulder and prestidigitation. I will go ahead and clean off his armor.
Thank you.
All right, and I will walk over to Joran, and I will tap him on the shoulder and prestidigitation. We're all clean.
Huzzah!
Prestidigitate.
Prestidigitate.
Prestidigitate. All right. Yeah, so once this guy is dead and has been cleaned off of you, that little recess that I had mentioned earlier in the floor in the middle just kind of goes psst, and raises up a what?
It farted?
Yes, it farted itself open, and upraises a treasure chest.
Is anyone else hearing the music from Zelda in their head?
Yes.
Nerds.
I'm going to turn to
It's funny.
Siler and ask him if he wants to be the opener of chests.
He loves
The
touching
feeler
a
of
good
chests,
chest.
perhaps, but the opener of chests. And I don't know. Does anybody have like thieves' tools or anything? Because this is one thing I'm not good at.
I have smith tools.
Okay, so we could break it open, maybe. Well, I guess we should check if it's locked first, huh?
I'm sitting here like,
I walk up to the chest and I find out if it's locked or not.
it is not.
Ha! I open the chest.
Do you think killing
to
this guy
reveal-
was the key? I mean, it was hidden underneath the floor. It's not like he would just walk up and open it up, so.
Okay, well, I still opened it. Okay, I was the opener of chests.
Did you grab it with both hands, or did you do it
I
one?
did.
Did you do it with
I
one?
did. No, I grabbed it with both hands and I held on.
I mean, it's a
dear
big
life.
chest.
I know. I experienced it.
All right. So you open this chest, and you know, in like a tackle box, and you open it up, it's got like a shelf that kind of like raises up when you open the.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that, and there are 3 items sitting in this chest, each with a note. You see a pin that has the the KS Kraken Society logo on it, and the note with it says, "For deciding." Next, you see a stitched together bag, and it says with it, "For hoarding." And on the third item, you see a leather, like briefcase, like satchel type thing, and it says, "For documenting."
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up the one that says "for deciding."
Okay.
I'm going to pick up for hoarding.
All right. I will pick up for documenting then, and I'm gonna investigate.
Alrighty. What are you investigating?
Just if I can figure out for documenting what, like, I'm thinking it's some kind of a test, like, or something. Gonna try to figure out. I'm not gonna, because I just don't think, but Tyler's trying to figure out, like what needs to be documented.
So you're like opening up the thing and looking at it?
Yeah. Like if it's a briefcase, I'm gonna open it up, see if there's. Like,
Okay, so
papers,
you open
things
it up, and it's almost like an accordion binder. So there are like different sections in it, with various labels. It looks very bureaucratic. And the first thing you pull out is a sheet that has like 3 slots where you would write a name down, and it says, decider, hoarder, and documenter.
Well, I cannot make heads or tails of this.
I think we should
Anybody else
put our
like to-
names next to where it says all of our items are.
So who's our
the hoarder.
decider?
What?
Who's our decider?
Well, I picked up the "for deciding," so I will decide. But what am I deciding?
I don't know. Make a roll, see if you can figure it out.
All right. What do I roll?
Make an intelligence roll.
What do I roll? Which die?
You'll roll a d20 and add your intelligence modifier. I believe it's intelligence for like an insight.
All right, I got 12 altogether. 12 altogether.
Okay, so you're not exactly sure. There's like no directions, but you think these might be like the roles for within your party.
Okay, so we need to decide who's the decider then, and the hoarder and the documenter.
Can I be the decider?
The hoarder would make sense for Brian, in my
You
opinion.
all want to be the decider.
No,
But
you're
you'll
like
see
the
who's
rock
the
guy.
agent.
You collect rocks. You like rocks. So,
I'm a rock breaker. I hate rocks.
You collect them to break them.
The first encounter we had of you, where you're going to the people, you know, trying to get to the thing, you look down and you said, "No, that rock." You specifically talked about a rock that you like.
All right.
Decider just
So,
seems. very
here's
select-
my idea. We see whose handwriting is the best, and that'll be the documenter.
You see a very official-looking quill also inside that satchel.
All right, I scroll all my titles on that piece of paper.
I write a prayer for Storm on the other side of the paper. But being a monk, I never learned how to write, so it just says nonsense.
I poorly write a knock-knock joke on any open space that there happens to be on the thing.
Is the joke also in poor taste?
Obviously.
Oh, okay, cool.
Good lord. It's like you go to like an outhouse or whatever, and you have like the dirty limerick on the wall.
Yeah.
That's just Jarrett there scribbling on the paper.
There once was a man from
That's
Nantucket
nice.
whose dick was so long he could suck it.
Yes, we know. Here I sit, brokenhearted.
Is there more?
Yeah, why are you brokenhearted?
Came to shit, but I farted.
Oh,
Later on, I took a chance, tried to fart, but shit my pants.
dang.
You've never seen that one?
It's rough.
Bad day. We've all been there.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I will investigate the bag for hoarding. Because meta, I suspect it's a bag of holding, but I
Go
want to know
ahead.
if I actually know that or not.
Can I pull the
go
bag
ahead and
away
roll
and
in
no,
ins-
it's mine?
What's that?
Can I pull the bag away and say, no, it's mine?
Sure. I mean, you guys want to roll a contested strength?
Oh, I'll
I'm
lose.
pretty sure who's gonna. So yeah, Jarrett rips it back and says, "Mine."
All right. I got a 2.
Well, I'm gonna rip the bag from Jared and say, "Hey, sharing is caring."
Oh my god.
I'm gonna give it back to Silas.
I rolled a 15.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
I rolled a 15 as well.
who's got the
All
higher
right.
modifier?
Where's the modifier? Is it your strength?
Yeah, strength modifier.
Mine is 2.
Mine's 3.
Damn it!
I'm 8 feet tall.
Whatever. I'm a celestial, so my eyes glow, Brian.
Well, I would like to investigate the bag now.
Fine.
Oh god.
Investigate the bag. I don't care. I'm gonna take the logo of the Kraken Society. Is it a pin?
Yeah, it's like a lapel pin. You have like on presidents or whatever. You put a little flag pin.
in my frustration, am gonna just pin it directly to my chest. A little bit of blood is gonna come out.
Like a. You've got armor on.
So I'm strong.
Oh my god.
Not that strong. I pulled the bag away from you.
Shut up.
Now, Jar,
Oh god.
it occurs to me that you have no use for a pin, given that you wear armor. I think we should trade.
All right, that makes sense. I think it would suit you better aesthetically, anyway.
Wonderful!
He actually has
For
the
now, I
accoutrements.
shall be Siler Thunderwick, slayer of spectators, killer of shadows, opener of doors, and maker of decisions.
I think you have too many names, Silas.
So, looks like Jarrett is holding strong to the bag that was never never figured out if it was a bag of holding or not.
Yeah, it's my fucking bag.
You should see if you can see what it is then.
All right, I would like to investigate the bag.
All right, roll an investigation check. There should be a mod for it in your list.
Oh, let's see.
Under your, it'll be like acrobatics, athletics, arcana, that whole list there. Should be an investigation.
+4.
All right. Really? Oh yeah, it's because you. How do you have a +4?
I'm awesome.
All right, yeah. So go ahead and roll a d20 and
Be right
add
back.
4.
That is 16 +4.
All right.
20.
So you investigate this bag, and as you open it up, you realize somehow that more things can fit in it than is the size of the bag. So this is indeed a bag of holding.
So,
I knew it was valuable. That's why I wanted it.
so I'm going to investigate. What's this document thing? What is
So this is a finely crafted leather satchel. It's got the KS of the Kraken Society just kind of like emblazoned on the front flap of it.
So I'm gonna open up the flaps and investigate this satchel, see what's inside.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception.
What do I add to that?
Your perception modifier.
Oh, where is that?
It's in that same list. So there's like a list of like your different skills. It'll be to start with like acrobatics, arcana, athletics, all the way down. It's alphabetical.
I got altogether 10.
Okay. I mean, it's a satchel. It's finely crafted. You see that it's got different sections. They're labeled for different things like job requests, incomplete, and then completed. Important documents, things like that. And you see one in the back that is currently empty that says legal documents.
Huh. Now, do any of these documents, as I'm looking at them, are they describing any sort of information about the Kraken Society as a whole that would reveal something?
They look like they're just forms that you would fill out for certain situations.
And I haven't. These aren't the forms that we already filled out.
No. So there's the legal documents section of that satchel is currently empty, but as is the section under completed jobs. So looks like there's a section where there's like a bunch of blank like templates for filling out a document if something were to occur that you would need to fill out a document for.
So this is essentially for us to keep track of our journey.
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna sling this bitch over my shoulder and be like, "It's a little small, but whatever."
So you have settled on which items you guys have claimed. Do you want to fill in your names then on that one form?
Yes, I will write my glorious name on said form.
All right.
Siler will insist that his name include all his titles.
Oh my god.
I, as the documenter, will document with the pen and say no, because I will write the names in for you. They're like, no, that's too long. Stop it.
I think it's going to be important we all sign our own names.
Okay,
that might
fine.
be-
Fair.
That might be fair. Okay, whose name is at the top?
The documenter. I signed first.
So,
Made the
well,
document.
as at the top, so they're listed. So it's the decider, the documenter,
Okay.
and then
I'm-
the hoarder, and then the documenter at the bottom.
Oh,
I'm
so-
halfway expecting something to happen when we sign them all, so I'll go first. I will attempt to put all the titles in there.
You end up writing really tiny, And like, because it's one of those old-fashioned like quills, it's not like a super fine line. So the smaller you write, the less indistinguishable, or the more indistinguishable the title becomes.
Yeah, no, he like starts out really confident, and then it starts getting small, and then it starts to curve around just a little bit at the end there.
So does anything happen when he writes his name?
Does anything happen when I finish writing all of everything?
No, not yet.
So I'm gonna pick it up and just look at it and be like, Siler, slayer of spectators, killer of opener of squiggle.
I'm gonna pluck the paper gently out of your hand and sign my name. Does anything happen when I sign my name?
No. I mean, it looks like the ink dries like almost instantly, which is unusual for paper and ink.
I'm gonna lick it.
It is.
I will take that back from you and be like, stop that.
I'm gonna pop
My name.
detect magic. So I'm gonna pull up my eye patch over my left eye and I'm gonna observe the process.
So in the same way the magic would show on the bag of holding, there is something magical about the satchel. And like, if you could like see, there's like almost threads coming from the satchel connected to the paper that you are signing. Almost as if there's magic that's connected there. It's not like super powerful necessarily, but there's magic and it's connected somehow. This paper and satchel.
Okay, I will keep that to myself.
And you've signed, Jarrett?
Yeah.
And then so Joran, then you are looking and reading all the titles. That's right. Have you signed it yet? Okay.
I signed, yes.
As you finish your signature, you see on the bottom a fourth line appears that you then see almost as if like you're watching the signature be written. It's super fancy, like one of those signatures that you just, you can't make out what the heck the name is. But the line that they've signed on says head documenter on it. And it is now official.
So can I do any more investigating than what's been already done?
Yeah, if I ever...
I mean, like, what are you trying to achieve with this investigation?
I guess I just want to declare to everyone, that's weird. I thought I was the documenter. What do you suppose this is about?
I think that means it's your boss.
Well, yes, but does that privy Silas to say anything? Per se about...
I don't know what he would...
Well, anything about the stuff that I don't know about.
Yeah. Well, I mean... I don't know that he really knows too much other than it's a magic document, but clearly it is at this point, so... Okay. I don't know that he actually knows anything. So he might make a comment like, weird,
I'm trying to ask, are you going to comment now that the name has been written? Are you going to comment about how you saw the magic to us, or are you going to still leave that be?
I mean, I don't think he would think it's noteworthy because, I mean, signatures are signing themselves. It's clearly magical, and he has no insight as to whether it's like how magical it is. Like everybody knows it's magic at this point. So
fair.
Just because it's like
he puts the document in the bag.
Huh?
Can I recommend to Joran he puts the document in the bag and we try and find a door out of there?
Do you put the document in the bag?
I flip open the bag and delicately place the document in said bag, and then close the bag.
What section do you put it in?
The correct section.
What section would you say that is?
The section with the other documents.
Okay.
Sections again?
So there were, I mean, I didn't list like all of them, but there were a few specific ones. So there's like, you know, just like in the front that's got like all your blank forms, and then there were sections throughout that listed off like, you know, jobs, you know, job requests, and so like in your incomplete jobs, and then you have your completed jobs section, and then in the
I'll
back
put it in
and then,
legal.
yeah, then there's illegal documents. Okay, so
I'll
you
put it in
legal.
that.
Alrighty. So you put it in there and you close the top.
Yeah, and then I
Alright.
click the things to make sure it was closed.
Yes.
Then I put it back over my shoulder.
There you go.
So as soon as you have closed it and clinked the things, you feel like the bag gets slightly heavier.
So I want to open the bag back up and investigate.
So in that legal documents section, you see are your copies of the forms you signed earlier. Also, and if you want, and if you look through them, they also will have an extra signature of the approving head documenter.
So I pull these documents out, looking at them, and I kind of look up to the other two as I'm kneeling on the ground, and I say, so I assume we passed the aptitude test. What do you suppose is next?
Well, I suppose we'll be needing to find a way out of here.
Let's
And
find
I
a-
will investigate my way around to see if I can find a way out of here.
So, yeah. So as you say, I guess we need to find a way out of here. From the ceiling, in the same way that there's a recess that the chest came up, like it opens up, like an attic door, like, and then stairs are there, and just lands ever so gently on the edge of that center raised, you know, portion of the room.
Ah! A way out of here.
I start to walk up the stairs, shaking my head at Siler's ridiculous accent.
Right? His horribly inconsistent accent.
Yes.
It's fine. It's fantasy. You don't know what a tiefling pirate sounds like. You've never met one. So
So I walk behind Jarrett and I say, Silas, let us go.
okay, yeah. I will take one last look around and let's head out.
Alrighty. So, excuse me. As you walk up the stairs, there are again a few of those switchbacks, kind of like the same way you were descending. So it looks like you guys are making your way back up to the surface. And once you get to the top, you see that same man that greeted you, if you want to call it that, at the door, and now greets you again at the top of the stairs.
Hello.
Well done. It seems you guys have aced that with flying colors.
So I look at this guy and I'm like, are you the man that signed on the extra line?
Oh, no, I'm not a documenter now. I'm just one of the paper pushers underneath. I guess that does make me a documenter, huh? Look at that.
So where do we go from here?
So he
I
will...
asked.
Yeah, so he will look at all of you to identify who has the satchel.
That would be me.
I'm gonna say, well, from here on out, you are now official members of the Kraken Society, and as such, you will receive your missions as they get assigned to you. Check your satchel daily and often, perhaps maybe multiple times a day, just in case. Sometimes they're not always on time. Don't let them hear know I said that. And we'll say basically kind of run you through, the fact that you basically will be assigned missions. They will come to you in your satchel, which, probably the same way that your copies appeared, you will also get jobs appearing. And he will hand you, Jarrett, a key that will allow you to enter the door that you came through. So the recruit's door.
Oh, thank you. And I will turn to the door and open the door.
Damn it!
Challenge accepted.
Looking smugly at Siler as I do.
Curses. I will look at him and go, well, that's all fine and dandy, but when do we get paid?
He will explain to you that payments arrive as soon as what he calls proof of completion has been filed. You will be sent your earnings.
No pay without no pray. Wonderful.
So shall we go in?
What's that?
So shall we go in? I asked the group.
Well, so you are still inside the building. So the stairs have led you back up, probably into an adjacent room to the one that you were in when you filled out all of your waivers and such.
But then I got a key and opened a door.
Well, you got the key that will
out.
unlock that door from the outside. You just basically opened a door, which you see now leads into that room you came into.
I see. All right, that makes more sense.
And I mean, he'll give you sort of like a basic rundown of the areas, which ones you are and are not allowed into. You've got a very small section of the building. There are some small, tight quarters if you needed to stay there. If you were coming back to the home office for, anything, you would have a place to stay there at the building. But they don't seem like they're very good. It's like wooden bunk beds, stuffed in like a 8x8 room.
Would they fit me?
You would probably have to sleep on the floor.
So we're probably going to want to board in
you
town
Siler would be
then.
comfortable. This is very much it's as roomy as the best of the crew cabins on a ship.
Aye, and it's free.
It's free. And it seems there's like a common room. You see a few guys coming and going, but it doesn't look like they spent people of your level, the adventurers who were just the recruits. Looks like they are not spending their time at the office. They are out there probably trying to earn their way. There's a cafeteria of sorts, with some some meager food offerings. I think
I say we go eat the meager food offerings.
Think like a lunchroom, like in middle school. Like just like the crappiest quality food. Like you have macaroni and cheese that you're not quite sure if it's rubber and you're not quite sure if it's edible. That's what you got there.
Nice.
All right.
Cool.
So as you guys have gotten your food, I know you guys didn't expend much in the way of hit points during that last battle. But
spell slots.
you had already taken previously a short rest and spent some hit die. If you're running low on those, you guys do have quarters if you want to use them, or I'm sure it's perfectly acceptable to find a local inn to rest. If you want to take a long rest to recover everything, be tip-top shape for the morning.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
Yeah, I'll take a long rest in the forest.
Do we all go together, or do we go separate ways?
I mean, that's up to you. Although final say does land on Siler as the
Well,
decider.
suddenly it occurs to Siler. Wait a minute. How am I supposed to find jobs if he's got the satchel? Oh my God, we're working in teams. It just now dawns on him that the team was more than just for the test. So with that, I think Siler will propose that they all probably stay in the same location so that when the jobs come in, they can all kind of be notified together.
Yeah.
I agree.
Tyler, have you seen the size of those beds? How the hell am I supposed to fit in one?
I look at.
How do you usually fit in one?
There's a bigger bed usually.
Man does not live on bed alone. And get to know each other, for it seems we will be together for a while.
Aye. Drinks!
All right. So I assume then you probably want to find a inn/tavern building in town.
Yeah. What is the name of the tavern I was staying at?
The tavern you were at all the way back in the Dock District was called the sign looks like it was originally carved to say the Rusty Wench.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody had gone in and carved a B in front of it. Over the R, so extended the R to become a B. So instead of the Rusty Wench, it's now the Busty Bench.
All right. Well, I will say, I know just the place. The Busty Wench.
What does Jordan think about that?
I'm gonna be like, you mean the Rusty Wench?
I'm pretty sure it's the Busty Wench.
Well, I don't know anything about busty wenches, but
Clearly.
I would like to go pray a little bit. So can we just go, please?
I saw a tavern around the corner that's called the Obnoxious Pig and Whistle if we want to go there.
Pigs, whistles, busty wenches, no difference.
Yeah, the Obnoxious Pig and Whistle tavern/inn. So.
Yeah, let's go to the Obnoxious Pig and Whistle.
All right, let's go to the Obnoxious Pig and Whistle.
All right, let's go to the
hilarious.
Obnoxious Pig and Whistle.
All right.
All right.
We get our drink.
You guys, get your drink. Your lighting's washed out, Brian. I couldn't see what that was, other than look like something strawberry.
Yeah, it's an Abita brewery strawberry lager. It tastes like a strawberry shortcake, to be honest with you.
Huh. Interesting.
It's absolutely delicious. And I recommend if you're ever in New Orleans, go for one.
It sounds a little fruity for you, Brian.
Dude, it's a strawberry shortcake in a bottle. Fucking, I'm serious. It's delicious.
I do not partake in alcohol.
You probably get yourself like a Shirley Temple or something.
No, I want to enter into a vision from Torm, so I smoke a little something to kind of put me in the right headspace.
Some of that sacred herb.
Yeah, I smoke some sage, guys. Come on.
What are you drinking while sitting there? Water? I hear that.
No,
Or do you go get a room?
Bush.
No, I go and I get the room. You guys are drinking.
So
I'm in the room, saged out of my mind.
So when you get a room, the gal there at the desk will ask you, is it just you for the night, or is it going to be all three of you?
It'll be all three of us, but it's me for now.
So you're looking for one big room?
big room is fine. Just be sure to have
All right,
7
so-
beds, please.
Are we looking for 2 queens, or are we gonna do 2 queens and a pull-out?
Can we get 2 pullouts and 1 king? I could use a king.
Jarrett will most definitely be fighting for that. All right.
Damn right I will.
So, it'll cost you 5 silver. So if you want to mark that off your sheet.
Where would that be in my?
So, if you go to your equipment tab,
Yes.
there should be an option to change your money there.
Currency.
Yeah, click on currency.
Yep.
Click.
And then it'll give you an option to adjust. So, remove 5 silver.
5. What if I only had 180 gold and 0 silver?
It'll do the math for you. It should, because it's like 10 silver pieces is 1 gold.
Well, it didn't. It's still at 180. I'll just change it to how about 179? So I'll say
Okay.
minus 1 gold.
And
Because
then
that
just
would-
add the silver in, I guess.
Yeah, we'll do that. That
So then
works.
95 silver. Or, sorry,
5 silver.
9. Yeah, so 5 silver. Yep.
Okay, that works. There we go. 95.
All right,
silver.
D&D Beyond, get on it. Do the math for us. Come on.
All right, well, Siler will kind of stand up on a table and say, "If there be one amongst you man enough to best me in cards, let him speak."
Okay.
Go.
Oh,
You guys are
shit. All right.
So-
Is anybody else in?
I mean, Joran's up at the room. See
Yeah.
if you guys look up and kind of shake their heads. This is something you'd probably see more in taverns in like the dock district and other stuff. This is kind of like in the heart of the trade district, so a lot of business type folks. This is
Business type folks that have money they don't need.
yeah, you'll see a guy that you know that one like the business guy that is always trying too hard and is a little bit slammy and always goes and drinks after work.
Mm-hmm.
One of those guys is at the bar and he looks over and is like, "All right, I'll take you on that offer."
Wonderful.
So,
Am I playing too?
Yes,
Yeah.
if you want to.
Okay. How do we play cards with dice?
What were you thinking for this one, CJ?
I
I have
think
an idea.
Siler enjoys gambling and he wants to gamble because that's how he blows off
Okay.
steam.
I have an
know
idea.
there
I
are
didn't have a
game
mechanic in
mechanics
mind.
for this. Let me.
I have an idea.
What's that?
Texas Hold'em. Each of us rolls a D10 twice. We keep those numbers secret. Then each of us roll a D20. One.
Ah, not in me bar. In me bar, we play Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
It's not your bar. It's the obnoxious pig and whistle.
That's true. Okay, we could. I don't know, Aaron, if you want, we could
By the
also
way, we're
just
frozen
roll like roll D100, like roll percents or something
Yeah.
for each hand or something.
Something like that, yeah. Because I mean, there are plenty of mechanics out there. I just hadn't gotten one prepared. So, if you just want to make something up on the fly, that's totally cool. Yeah. So let's roll. Yeah. For each hand, go ahead and roll D100. So that's going to be both of your D10s, Brian. You'll have ones that'll be 0 through 9, and then one that's going to be 0 through 90.
Okay.
The ones with the zeros is going to be your 100 denomination. So it'll be like 90 whatever, and then whatever you roll on your dice.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so like that'd be.
So if I do an example roll here, I've got those in my hand. I rolled a 7 and a 20, so
27.
720 or 27?
27.
27.
Okay. All right, now we can really do that because that was a dog shit roll. So I just wanted to have us clear.
Yeah. So they'll go ahead and roll for the first round. Are you guys placing bets?
Yeah. I mean, nothing too extreme. I think, like a gold, unless it looks like this guy that rolled up has a ton of money that we can maybe con him out of.
We'll probably slap like 2 gold on the table.
Okay, I'll match.
I'll call.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead and roll your percentile, and we'll see who wins the hand. He got a 73.
Okay, so double zeros puts me in a 0 place, doesn't it? So that's like 9. That's not 109, huh?
So you have 2. So you have the 0, 0, and then a 0.
I have a 0, 0, and a 9.
Ah, yes, that would.
So
be a
I
9.
think I've got a 9.
Yep.
Perhaps you're hustling.
Maybe.
I got 47.
Okay, so this guy who's already, quite a few drinks in, well, just cleans you guys out. It's like,
Okay.
I'm down for another one if you are.
I call for another hand.
All right, he'll go ahead and put 2 more gold in.
Yeah, 2 more gold. This time, Basterbine is going to just be perching in the rafters behind this
If
dude.
you guys want to keep track of your gold while you're doing this.
Sure.
So wait, I lost 2 gold there?
Yes.
Yep. So I'm going to have Basterbine hang out in the rafters behind this dude's hand. And I don't know how mechanically you want to work that, but if he's drunk and I think I can get away with it, I'm going to have my bird.
Yeah, well,
spying
I
on
mean,
him
I
and
don't
give
think
me
Jared would have
gold.
any reason to know that you can see through Basterbine's eyes. So what I'll have you do is I'll basically make it like rolling with advantage. So you'll be rolling twice.
Okay.
And I would say take the greater of each.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if you have like 2 sets
I'll
of
just roll.
D100s.
I'll just roll 4. So
Yeah.
Or 2 D100s.
Yeah, so take the higher of the 10s and then the higher of the 100s.
Okay, sounds good.
So Jarrett, you're probably, you're gonna get rocks too, because. So let's go ahead for round 2. Ooh,
Ooh.
he rolled a 76.
Ooh,
Sage, what'd you roll?
74.
87.
Ooh.
Dang.
So you were mostly paying attention to this drunk guy and forgot almost for a second that Jarrett was there playing too. So go ahead then and add 4 gold to you, Siler, and remove 2 more, Jarrett.
Wait, what?
No, I think.
Or
Jared-
yeah, sorry, the other way around. My bad.
Yeah.
Add 4 to me and remove 2 from him, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Got
So.
And this dude looks like he's willing to go for a while if you are.
All right, I'll do one more hand, and then I've got something else.
All right.
I'll go for another hand.
And this guy is like,
Alright.
let's go for it. And he slaps 5 gold down.
Ooh.
Oh. Hmm.
Unless you're all out of pussies.
Not the big
Percy. I
Hey, all wee little yellow lads, aren't you?
I match.
I'll call.
All right.
I'm still in the room smoking sage.
Ooh. He rolled a 4.
I rolled a 420.
He's at that point now where like he's getting ready to pass out and figured like, let's go for it, and he just didn't even pay attention to what he had in his hand.
Nice. 84.
87.
Oh.
You should, a Jarrett one again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So go ahead and add 10 gold.
Woohoo!
All right.
And Siler
So
remove
Siler
5.
slinks away in defeat.
You won once and thought you could go for more.
I didn't win at all.
Oh, that's right. The other guy won the first. That's right. The junk guy won the first round.
Yeah.
All right.
So at this point, I'm gonna slink off to a dark corner with Basterbine, and I'm gonna tell him I find myself in the market for an inn at some point in the future. You go now. You find out everything you can about the owner
Of the tavern?
Yes, and Basterbine, hopefully under the cover of like
The obnoxious pig and whistle?
yeah, the obnoxious pig and whistle will pop into invisibility and is going to start following around the owner, and I just want information when he's done.
Okay. What exactly are you looking for?
Anything. I want to know if he's married. I want to know if he's got any injuries. I want to know if he's got kids, if they're like what their health is like.
Are you planning on exploiting the dude?
I'm planning on at some point trying to start a chain of bars, and I want to know everything I can about him so that I can haggle with him way later in the campaign.
Important question.
So
What will you name your chain of bars?
Puzzles.
Puzzles.
Why is it called that? That's the puzzle.
I don't know, something piratey. The dead man's chest or something.
Dead man's puzzle.
Dead man's puzzle. I don't know.
All right. Yeah. So he will do that
He's
throughout
just doing some recon.
the evening, I guess.
For the evening.
So
and
it is getting fairly late.
Got.
Are you guys wanting to? You probably want to hit the hay here soon.
Yeah. So.
All right. So.
Yeah, let's hit the hay.
So, Joran, where do they find you when they come into the room? Are you still deep in prayers, or have you like gone to bed, or have you fallen asleep in the middle of your prayers?
On his back with his dick in his hand. That's
No. What they come into the room and
He's
they
a good little
find
paladin.
sitting on the king bed with the cross-legged.
Stop it, king.
They don't know I'm cross-legged, but the position I'm in is I'm cross-legged in the middle of the king bed with a blanket over top of me. So I look like a ghost sitting on the bed, and then they pull the sheet off and just sage smoke billows out. And then I stay there and I don't acknowledge anything or any person around me until one of them talks to me.
He be burning the devil's lettuce.
I step in and grab him by the ear.
I sit there stoically.
Bed announcing it's my bed.
I actually sit there stoically unmoved because Brian in all his
Stoically
strength,
unmoved.
Jarrett in all his strength cannot move me when I am in such a spiritual state.
Can we roll for that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Roll opposing strength athletics.
So what do you mean by that? You rolled a d20, yeah?
Yes. So there is, and then in your skills list there should be an athletics.
Yep.
So you'll roll a d20 and add that to it.
So I got 17 plus 4 is 21.
And Garrett?
I got 18 plus 5.
Oh! He went up to you on both accounts.
Ah! Damn it. All right, so I fly off the bed, and in my dazed confusion... Actually, no.
Dazed
fly
and
off the bed.
confused.
I
For
fly
so
off
long.
the bed with this spiritual state that I'm in is so heavy that I don't even notice that I moved. I just sit back up in my cross-legged position and continue to smoke the sage that is still in my hand.
Yeah, you seem as unfazed as a stone.
Yep.
I lay down on the bed, on my back, with my feet hanging over and touching the floor, and proceed to go to sleep.
Nice. Do you just sleep in your armor, or you're...
Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't know these fucks.
Siler's buck naked, but he's already passed out.
Yeah, you see, he just pops out the pull out. I guess you're wearing what, like leather type armor, I think, right?
Yeah, it's just a bunch of like sea salt encrusted leather with some studs and.
All right, yeah. You see, he just kind of like pops a few like snaps and buckles and buttons and just. Whoosh, and off goes the armor, and he just plops down and goes to bed. And Joran, you don't remember falling asleep, but at some point...
Oh, no. I get up off the floor 2 hours later. Still in my sage space. And I take off all my armor and my clothes, and I go to lay down on the king bed. But then flop down on this giant. And that's where I end up falling asleep. Right on top of Jared.
Roll down my chest like a kitten.
Jared, roll me a Constitution check to see how deeply you're sleeping.
Okay, D20.
Small number.
Yes.
Small number. Or I guess big number. I don't know.
11 plus 2, 13.
Okay, so I mean, it's not like you're in a deep sleep, but you're, right in that stage where you just fell deep enough that most things won't bother you. And you said you stripped completely, Joran?
Yeah, I'm completely naked.
Oh, God.
It's two purple glowing eyes and a gleaming
So
eye.
Jared's the only one that's not naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a monk, so it's fine.
Yeah, no, I mean, in your order, like, you're totally unashamed of nakedness.
Yeah. Just penis.
All the wrinkles. So morning rolls around, and Jarrett, you awake to a small, pale, naked man who's passed out on, like, not like necessarily on top of you, but he like kind of like flopped across your legs because you're a large dude, you got large armor. Like, that was the only like flattest space you can get across, was just he just flopped in on your legs. So there's a naked man
lap.
on you. Well, like if his legs are off the bed like this, you're laid across it like this, Joran. So like,
Aaron, we can't see you. You're frozen. You haven't.
Oh, God damn it.
So is his head in my crotch or his feet in my crotch?
So like you would have like if you were like have like a cat or something laid across your lap. He's like flopped. Yeah, he's like flopped over like that.
Am I ass up or ass down?
I assumed you're ass up. You just wandered over and just. Pfft.
Yeah, so my penis is in his lap.
Oh, God. I mean, it's cold metal armor, so it's probably shrunken up inside.
I'm a celestial, man. I never shrink.
Am I awake?
Can I react now?
Yeah.
Okay, I wake up and look at him and say, "What the?" And I don't even finish the word. I grab him, my right hand around his quad, my left hand around his bicep and tricep, and then I whip him back and throw him against the wall.
I, in my celestial abilities.
Fuck off! You were stoned and then you were sleeping. You were sleeping. And
all right, Jarrett. Jarrett.
There's no celestial shit going on right now.
Roll a d20 and add your strength modifier.
You better not kill me.
11 with my strength. 13.
All right, so you are able to heave him, and he doesn't like slam against the wall. He kind of like hits it and just kind of like lands on the couch underneath. So you
He
take
bounces off.
Yeah, kind of like he doesn't like slam, but like he'll like just kind of like hit the top of the couch in the wall enough that it pads his impact and will then just kind of land on the couch. I'm sure that would wake you up, but not until you make impact. So, yeah, you're woken up as you make impact with the couch and the wall, Joran, and the noise wakes you, Siler.
All right.
And you realize,
Wonderful.
Jarrett, as everyone is up, you're the only one clothed.
Why the fuck are you naked? Both of you. We're sharing a room.
There is
I believe the
nothing
question
wrong.
is, why aren't ye naked?
There's nothing wrong with a naked body.
I don't know you two. I could have stabbed you in the night. Why the hell are you wearing your armor around strangers?
I need to be free so my soul can be free. Free balls is a free man.
All right, if we're going to work together, we got to get some shit straight here. You got to protect yourself because I'm part of you now. So from now on, no more sleeping naked.
You can't stop me. I'm always going to sleep naked.
I can stop you.
Try me.
I just threw you at a couch.
I put up my fist to fight Jarrett. And I'm like, I'm tired of this. You threw me at a wall. I utterly screwed up at the aptitude test. And I'm no longer saged out of my mind.
Can I hit him?
Sure.
I will step in between them, and I'm gonna be like, Jarrett, ye be a blunt instrument. Ye go outside, ye find yourself a nice rock to break. Joran, ye put some clothes on. And then, not following my own advice at all, I'm gonna start out the door to go get breakfast without clothes on, and I'm gonna roll to see if I remember that I'm naked.
Is high... You remember or you don't remember?
High is remember. He remembers. So he kind of steps out and goes, "Wait, I be forgetting something."
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And then he's gonna go back and get dressed.
So Siler remembers that he is not, in fact, clothed, and goes back inside.
Indeed.
And I'm assuming you put your clothes on.
Yes, I put my clothes on.
I'm assuming
And then I will
you-
head downstairs to find breakfast.
All right, and I'm assuming you are also clothing yourself, Joran.
Reluctantly, yes.
Alrighty. So you guys put your armor on. Joran, once you've got all your equipment and your fancy new satchel on, you kind of get like a tingling sensation that
Yeah, dude, what up?
magically
Oh, yeah, it is magical. I'll tell you what.
you just get this feeling that there is a new document in your satchel.
In my pants. So I say to the group, I got this weird tingling sensation in my pants. I feel like there's a new document in the satchel.
The group is downstairs getting breakfast?
Well, I say to you. And so I say, I think we should go downstairs and get Silas. We don't need any food. We just need Torm. Let's go to our next mission.
Put on your pants first.
Fine. Also, we should probably open the satchel and look at the mission to find out where we're going in the first place. So I got ahead of myself. I'm sorry.
Let's go find Siler. You put on your pants. We'll go downstairs, eat some breakfast, and figure it out.
All right, you're right. I could probably use some food, to be honest. Food is
Good boy. Let's go.
All right, so you find Siler downstairs at a table, probably talking bullshit with somebody, I'm assuming you let them know that you have a new mission, Joran.
Tyler, we have a new mission. It's in my satchel. I know because it tingled.
Aye, a tingling satchel. You might want to see someone about it.
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
I love that he's like
Well,
making like the dirtiest things, but it's like innocent to
let's have a
him.
look.
All right.
Do you mean porn?
Oh god. Porm.
Let's just have a look at the mission, shall we?
Yeah, let's do that.
So
No,
you see that you have a mission that has come in as a request to the Kraken Society. And it looks like someone has put in a request with the Kraken Society for their assistance in finding their lost son. Looks like it's by the man of Varcona, the Varcona family, in the town of Krennic. Requests the assistance to find their lost son. And the payout is 20 gold.
Each or collectively?
Collectively.
That's bullshit. We can't separate 20 gold 3 different ways.
We can if we play cards. Can I roll to see if I know where Krennic is and how we might be able to get there?
Roll a history check.
History 19 plus 120. Dirty 20.
Alrighty, yeah, so you know that the village of Krennic is a small town to the south that is like a farming and ranching community.
Okay.
You've had to, not you personally, but you have on your time in the Sea Breeze, you've dealt with a few families from Krennic indirectly to ship some of their cattle, some of their farming goods.
Okay. So is that a coastal?
So you're familiar with Krennic. It's not coastal, but so they have basically the people there had traveled to Generon in order to get their goods shipped.
Ah, okay. So I'm thinking probably we need to.
So you know of the town.
Walk or get horses or a cart or something, and we don't necessarily need to charter a boat.
Yeah, it's probably 2 days travel to the south.
Like walking, or if we've got. Okay. Well, that's not very far away at all now, is it? Perhaps we just walk.
Okay, I'll meet you there. My legs are twice as long as yours.
What is your movement speed?
That's a good question. Hey, Aaron, what's my movement speed?
It should be up towards the top by like, your AC and stuff. It's probably like
air conditioning?
30 or 35.
30 feet.
Yeah, so your movement speed is the same as everyone else's.
That's bullshit.
You're tall and lumbering, so you have. What's that?
How tall is my torso that my legs are as long as these two?
I mean, it's not about length, and it's about just your movement. I mean, you're a large, heavier guy, so.
Yeah, my stride would be huge
totally...
compared to that.
I'm sorry. I'm realizing now what exactly I said. It's not about the legs, it's about the movement.
It's not the size of the ship, it's the motion of the ocean.
Right. Anyway, basically, you're taller, but you're heavier, and so you take longer strides, but you move slightly slower. So your speed is the same.
I suggest.
All right.
Anyway,
fine.
so yes, Siler, you know of the town, and just having talked with some of the people that came into town, you kind of have a general idea of where it's at.
How far is it? How far is it, Tyler?
About 2 days away, because he can't answer, apparently.
He was asking you,
what?
Siler. He was asking Siler how long.
Sorry.
How far is it by walk?
Round about 2 days.
I say we buy some horses, and then we can just ride the horses. get
Is your
their
throat okay, man?
Agreed.
What?
Is your throat okay?
No, not at all.
You need a
I don't
lozenge.
Much. You need a lozenge.
Your mother needs a lozenge.
Oh,
Your
I'm
father
gonna
needs
have
a
one.
Wonderful. All right, so we would like to see a man about some horses, it sounds like.
You gotta see a man about a horse. It's
Yep.
very, very applicable.
Do we have any knowledge of where we might find horses?
So, that would probably your best bet for decent horses, decent price would be in the field district, which, you, Jarrett, would be able to guide them back to, since that's the way you came into the city.
Yeah, let's go back to the field district. I know a guy. I know a man who has some horses.
Wonderful.
I know a man about a horse. Let's say.
You also know on your way about a man with some rocks.
I know all too well about rocks.
So, yes, let's leave for the horses.
Yes, this way.
All right. So,
Do-do-do.
you're wanting to purchase horses?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. If we can afford them, if not, maybe we try to rent them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you do find a man who deals with horses for a living, and basically you can either purchase a riding horse for 75 gold apiece, or he's willing to let you rent a cart and a draft horse for 75, but you have to return it when you're done.
So what's the difference between the horses?
So you can buy your own horses to ride for 75 gold a piece, or you can rent a draft horse and cart for 75.
So Siler crunches some numbers real quick and realizes if we're splitting 20 gold on this quest, that maybe it would be more economical to walk.
Wait, so 75 altogether to rent the horse?
Yeah, so 75 altogether to rent the horse and cart, or 75 a piece to own a horse.
Yeah, but if we buy one now, we'll never have to rent one later.
But we'll still need a cart. Or will all three need to spend 75 gold on horses?
How much is a cart, Aaron?
If he'll
We're looking at like
so it's 70. So it's
25.
it's 100 gold if you wanted to just buy a carriage, and it's 75 for the horse. If you wanted to buy them together, he will give you a deal. It'll be 50 for the horse and 75 for the carriage.
Price, so 125 for a horse and a carriage that you can buy.
Right.
Money is no object to me, sir. I am a monk. I see more use in a horse and a carriage that I own as opposed to money. So I would like to buy my own horse that only I can ride. And my own cart that only I can ride in. None of you rock people, blue men.
Do you have 125 gold on you?
I have 179, bro.
I've got 40.
I have 152.
Yeah.
You should have more than that, CJ. What happened to all? You should have
I've
more than
got
40.
40.
You should have like.
Jarrett happened to it. That's what happened.
all the gold.
I only took like 8 gold from you, though.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I started with 49.
Oh.
You should have started with more than that. I should have fixed that, CJ.
Sorry.
I believe you should have started. Unless it changed on me. I thought you had like
So
110.
how do I add?
Oh, well, if I can afford a horse to ride, I'll just buy a horse.
How do I add that?
Oh, yeah. You should. I think you should have started with 110, CJ. I don't know how it ended up being 40 something.
Okay, so somebody do math.
I mean, minus whatever you gave to.
Yeah, how much did you say it was?
I don't know.
The horse. You just wanted to buy your own horses to ride.
9. So I've got 101. So if we all can afford a horse, just want to buy horses, because I feel like we're going to be going back and forth a lot.
Hey, Aaron, is there a carriage in the inventory that I can add, or?
So, what you're wanting to buy your own horse and carriage?
Yeah,
I vote we all go in on a horse and carriage.
I already bought a horse and a carriage. You guys buy the horses if you want. I got a carriage. I paid the man.
Don't pay the man yet because nothing was discussed. If we all go in on a horse and carriage, it's 41.6 gold for all of us.
Okay, yes, but then we'll still need 2 more horses. So you might as well have one person
Why?
buy.
A horse can pull one carriage.
I don't want to ride no carriage.
Then why'd you buy a fucking carriage?
So we can bring shit with. Just in case I pick up souvenirs, Brian.
He's got the bag of holding.
Yeah, I can hold the souvenirs. I have an infinite space bag.
He's like the horse. It's not infinite, but it's fast.
So
he's like the designated hordes person.
What if we need to bring back a bad guy and he has to ride in the carriage?
I got you.
It's not going to fit in the bag.
Or throw him over my shoulder, but I got it.
All right, fine. I'm only buying a horse. Fuck it.
Hey, or we could all
Looking at the size of Jarrett, you might want to get like a double horse deal to pull the carriage if Jarrett's gonna be riding in it.
Oh,
He's a big guy.
I've always wanted to own a horse, Jarrett.
All right. You two
What
buy
if-
horses, I'll buy the carriage. How about that?
So,
Yeah, and then
so
when we're
100
riding
for
our
the 2
horses, you
horses
can
and
pull the
75
carriage.
for 175 total for 2 horses and a carriage.
Okay, I actually like that. I'll get a horse, you get a horse, he gets a carriage.
That doesn't
Wait,
make.
let me ask real quick. Can a carriage fit in my bag?
No, it can't fit into the opening.
Why buy a carriage? Because are you going to ride in the carriage, Brian?
I mean, the opening basically can get open to about 2 feet wide. So you
Are
can
you
stock it full of stuff, but 2 feet wide is about the limit.
I thought we would all ride in the carriage and pitch on everything, is what I was thinking.
Okay, so each of us.
Look, are you gonna buy the horse or not?
I think each of us need a horse, a carriage.
Okay, fucking fine.
A carriage doesn't seem important. That's all I'm fucking saying.
So you all buying horses, or you're gonna buy horses and carriage?
We'll probably move
Buy
faster.
horses, Aaron.
Okay,
Faster.
Jesus Christ. I'm
one
just trying to
horse,
be economical
one horse a
here.
person.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right,
All right, let's do
everybody subtract 75 gold from your inventory. You all have horses.
Goddamn money for a goddamn horse that I don't even want.
You're going to ride it, Jarrett.
You're gonna like it.
Yeah.
I mount my horse and find my feet still touch the floor.
He'll
Put some stilts on that guy, and you'll be
he'll
fine.
offer you one of the larger like draft horses.
For how much more?
Another 5 gold.
Oh, you fucking shitbag.
It's
Look,
only 5 gold,
it's a
Brian.
larger horse. It's got a big stock. Come on, what do you want from me, man? I'm trying to make a living here. Apparently,
gonna
this town's either from Ireland or from Boston.
I'm going to offer an extra 2 gold.
Did I stutter? Like, I'm pretty sure I said 5 gold. Look,
Yeah.
you're gonna buy the horse or not? I gotta make a living here.
Yeah, I got to make a living too.
All right,
taking half
fine.
off
Since
my
you're
money,
buying
I'm
3
not gonna
horses,
can go over 3 extra gold.
All right, since you're buying 3 horses, I'll give it to 2 gold for the extra draft horse.
All right, 2 gold it is.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna name mine Periwimple.
Let's see. I'll name mine.
Rufus Roderick.
No, Sassafras.
I'm gonna call mine
Glory.
Doran's horse.
Oh my god, that's too perfect. Jorce.
Doran's horse.
Jorce for short.
Yeah.
All right.
God. Okay, so you guys have your horses. You set off. Excuse me. And so you make it. Your first day. I mean, it's still going to take about the same length unless you're planning on running the horses full speed. It's just you guys aren't going to have to walk the whole way. So it's still going to take about 2 days.
Why would you buy the horses?
So you didn't have to walk it yourself. I'm sure that's a great. I mean, you'll get there a little bit faster. I think a horse is like 40 feet.
Look how mad he is.
60 feet.
Oh, is it 60 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
He's so mad.
okay. So it'll take about a day and a half. If you're going to be stopping to, take care of the horses and that sort of stuff.
I'm going to be quiet because I just scared my dog because I yell at you guys. That's fucking bullshit.
I'm gonna plan on having us buy everything now that we don't need.
So, yeah. So your first day of travel, you set up camp and you everything's fine. You go off the next day. And, Siler, you'll know from just what you've heard that you're probably getting pretty close to this town. Okay, sorry.
All right.
Dog distraction. Yeah, so you guys set out in the morning, and probably an hour or two into the travel, you come across a guy with his own horse in a carriage. It looks like it's a peddler's like a peddler's cart, like a peddler's cart behind him. And
Be a poser.
you can kind of see in like bright text on the side of this cart. It reads, "Belamius's baubles and booty."
I do love booty.
And as he approaches, you see kind of a thin, half elven male, somewhat colorfully dressed, and he sees you and kind of waves. And once you're kind of within speaking distance, he says, travelers, you guys in need of anything special? I've got all kinds of fun baubles and things that you might enjoy."
No, but we're willing to sell a horse.
I'm sure I can interest
Aye,
you
what
in
be ye,
any
president?
potions or elixirs. A filter of love, perhaps.
Ooh.
If you're worried, he looks at you, Jared's like, if you're... Oh, and he's walking away.
You guys shop. I need to pee.
What be ye peddling?
Well, so he'll hop off his horse, kind of, pull open the side of his cart like like you would. And it's like a side cart, so it just opens up and everything's kind of in there on shelves and stuff. But you see kind of a smattering of just various items. Some look very just kind of bland, like basic jewelry and other stuff like that. Could be knockoffs. But he does kind of lead you to this the one panel. It's got he says, "This is all my good stock over here. Got you see like a fancy looking hat. You see some golden spectacles with some blue gems in the eyes. You see a fancy looking pouch. I'm not sure what's in that. You see some very well like incredibly immaculate crafting books that look like they might contain some good information. And you see a fancy looking rod.
Can I cast a, just because I'm curious, I want to cast Divine Sense, which as an action gives me the ability to detect good and evil. So I want to see if there's like any sort of mischievous intention behind this guy.
So read me exactly what that shows you, because I think it's like very specific types of things. Like any Fey, Fiend, or a Celestial Undead, something like that.
Yeah, it says, until the end of the turn, you can sense anything affected by a hollow spell or know the location of any Celestial Fiend Undead within 60 feet. I guess I didn't realize it was so specific, but I'll still go with it.
Yeah. You don't seem to sense any of those things.
Fine.
He's just
Then I like the book, and I want to buy the books.
all of them.
All of them.
Without even knowing what they are.
What's in the books?
What's in the books? So let me pull it open here. Where are the books at?
I thought you were on the cart.
So here we go. So there are a few of them. So as you're looking through the books, you see one says Manual of Bodily Health, a Manual of Gainful Exercise, Manual of Quickness of Action, and then you see a few more, if I can get to them. You see a Tome of Clear Thought, a Tome of Leadership and Influence, and a Tome of Understanding.
So I want to buy them all.
He'll kind of look, he's like, oh, big spender here. So these books are very, very nice. And mechanically, like he'll explain, basically that, they're studying books. But the way mechanically these will work, if you spend 48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer studying the book's contents, it'll basically increase certain stats. So like charisma will increase or whatever.
Right.
And so he will tell you, these will go for a pretty penny. And he'll say these books are very rare and very hard to find. About 800 gold apiece.
800 gold apiece. Are you mad?
You can't put a price on knowledge, my friend.
And yet, sir, you have. So here's what I will offer you. I will offer you. Hang on, let me see how many gold pieces I have. I will offer you 100 gold pieces and my horse for all your books.
You're not riding with me.
I don't need a horse.
That won't even cover the price of one of these books. You know how hard it is to get these? I've got to do acquisition. I've got to do some.
All right, so I grabbed this guy I grabbed this guy by his collar, and
what I do? I'm just trying to make a living here.
You can either give me the books or I can stab you.
Oh, good Lord.
Joran. Perhaps there's a more delicate way to proceed. Do you know who this is? This is Joran Lightbringer. He's a very powerful man. Perhaps having a man of such caliber in your debt could be advantageous for a man in your position. Perhaps he owes you a favor later.
I suppose I could give one favor.
So I'm gonna try to. I don't know what kind of a check you want on that, but I'm gonna try to pump up that Joran is like a high roller and you really want this guy in your debt.
Okay.
What's your actual last name, Joran?
Cyrinel.
Cyrano. Okay, well, I just dubbed you Lightbringer, so.
I like it.
So that's what Siler's gonna roll with, at least for this guy.
So you're basically just trying to like butter him up, I guess, to try and persuade him to give him for a better deal.
Well, not even a better deal. He's posing like, hey, just give him one of these books, and this guy will owe you a favor. Do you even know who this guy is? This is
just give him a book?
Freaking Lightbringer. Yeah, if a man like this is in your debt, just think how useful that could be.
But I still want all the books.
Oh my god.
But also, I'm just trying to keep anybody from getting stabbed.
Okay, so it's pretty much.
I don't know if you want some kind of persuasion or performance or deception.
I'm gonna say that you're gonna have to roll a persuasion, and I don't know if you want to provide a help action, Joran, by like being like, yeah, whatever. That'll give him advantage on his roll, but I'm gonna say it's gonna have to hit a. I don't know if you can with your current stats, but it's a DC 30 to convince this guy.
Ooh.
All right, I'm gonna put this guy down, and I'm gonna agree with Silas, giving him an advantage of confidence.
I don't think I can hit that, but we'll see how it goes.
If it doesn't work, I'll just attack this guy and try to cut his head off.
All right.
Persuade. Wait. So how does this work?
So Joran provided the help action. So Siler's gonna roll with advantage, and he's gonna add his persuasion modifier.
Persuasion. Okay, it's an 18.
I'm gonna roll.
Okay. Do I roll to support?
No. Jordan basically just is providing the help action by.
Well, I rolled with advantage, and it's an 18.
Okay.
Anyway,
like...
but that's a far cry from 30.
As much as I would like a good favor, these things are definitely not easy to come by, and it's not like I'm just gonna hand them out willy-nilly to somebody I just met.
Well, perhaps this person you just met burns your eye sockets out.
Oh no!
Aren't you supposed to be a good paladin?
There. Can I step in?
Sure.
And prevent Joran from destroying this man's business. And I would like to leave my flail in its sheath and slap him in the face as hard as I can.
Joran?
I go to block, and in return, punch the dealer of cards. Huh?
Don't I get to roll for the slap to see if it hits?
So you're basically trying to slap Joran.
Yes, I'm trying to attack Joran with an open hand slap.
I am trying to defend.
So roll the hit and see if it hits his AC even.
What's my goal here?
19,000.
I got a 12.
I think you add
And that's
plus
without any
3, so 15 even still, yeah. So like, you gotta slap him and he'll block it.
Fuck me!
Right.
Really?
I block it, and then in turn,
While
I go to punch this guy that won't give me the books.
I'll stand kind of in between them while they're wrestling, and I'll look at the nice gentleman and say, "Ye forgive me, I find myself holding the leash of a rabid dog. If you take my meaning."
So I get up out of the tussle, and I walk back in a huff, and I just stand there like pissed, but also like I'm not gonna deal with this bullshit. These lower people, this is outrageous.
I think you're just entitled to a book.
Yes.
Like, oh man, you really gotta get a leash on your friend there, huh?
Aye.
Anyway, can He'll look at you.
What be this?
What are you
And
pointing
I'm
at?
gonna ask about the rod and just try to change the subject.
Yes. A very fine piece, that. This, my friends, is a chime of opening. This basically can open any door or lock that you need opened.
Interesting.
I'd say you could use this to do that about 10 times, probably.
What's the deal with the hat?
The hat?
Yeah,
I thought you were going to deal with this guy.
No, well, now I want to know what the deal with the hat is. You got these awesome books that you won't let me. Wait a minute. How much to simply read one page of a book?
It's not going to benefit you at all.
You don't know that, sir.
Yes, he does.
It requires 48 hours to glean anything from it, and it must be done within
How
6
much?
days.
Read 48 hours worth.
It's like, if you would like to look, sure, you can take a page. But if you break it, you buy it. That's a promise.
Fine, so I'm sitting in the back paging through this book.
So you're no longer interested in the hat?
No, still tell me about that.
Oh, okay. It's like, yes, this, my friends, is a very helpful item. It's a hat of disguise.
I be invoking the captain's right of dibs.
Captain gets the hat. A really big. He'll get you a hat, a really big one.
Yes, a really big one. Siler is very interested in this hat.
So go ahead and roll. Just roll me a. What would it be? An Arcana, CJ.
Arcana. It's not stupendous. 13.
Okay, yeah. So you would know this hat to be what the hat of disguise would do. Basically, while wearing the hat, you can spend an action to cast the disguise self spell from it at will. And the spell ends if the hat is removed.
Wonderful. I'm going to inquire as to how much he wants for the hat of disguise.
How much you got on you, friend? After the last debacle, I just gotta be sure before I start getting my hopes up, you know?
I be a man who can get things done. Ye name your price.
He'll ponder for a bit. I think I could part with it for 80 gold, perhaps.
Alright. So
How about a horse?
If you buy something else.
I've had
Perhaps
enough
there's
of
some
this
golden
guy.
rings. I got some good golden rings. I look at you, Jarrett. For you, you know what? I don't mean to be offensive, but I got this great potion. You drink it, you won't gain weight from anything you eat. It's like Jordan in a bottle. You won't gain weight from anything you eat. It's a great potion. I just sold one not too long ago. Great customer, great customer. I do have to warn you that there's a side effect. If you eat too much all at once, something bad happens. I don't know. I've never been around for it. But if you be careful, you can eat and not gain any weight. Might help you with your figure. He'll kind of, bang his knuckle against your armor. I meant no offense. You're just a big fella. Not sure if you want to look slimmer.
Where's everyone from Boston around here? Are you?
That's the accent of the day.
All right, so out of frustration for this guy charging way too much for everything.
Can I try and attack him again?
No, I'm going to use my light spell, and I'm going to reflect my blast of light on my shield and blind this guy, and then I'm going to
How much is the potion? Let's ignore the silly rook over there. How much is the potion?
The potion I can part with for about 15 gold.
I'll give you 10.
Deal.
All right.
So you bought something. I can definitely give you that deal. 80 gold in that hat there. I see you've got one yourself. You might want to replace it with a fancy new one.
Aye.
How do we
Be
get
ye in the market for a horse?
Yeah, this old bird's getting worn out. I could potentially, I could use a second horse to act as relief. I could switch him out, pulling this little. I mean, I can't hook up both of them to this cot. This cot's too small for it, but I could take a horse. I think, yeah, I'll take a horse.
Aye, a straight trade then.
I mean, I'm not sure the horse is worth as much as the hat. How about a horse and 20 gold?
How much ye know of magical artifacts?
I know enough to sell and buy them.
I'm gonna pull up.
This became George Costanza.
Yeah, it did.
Believe it or not, Belamius isn't at home.
What am I working with here? Hang on. Oh, I can afford that. Yeah, okay, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Alrighty,
I
so
won't.
go ahead and remove the horse and 20 gold from your inventory and give yourself a hat of disguise.
Sweet.
And Jared, I'll have to craft a homebrew for that potion.
I already pulled the 10 gold.
Okay.
All right. Hat of disguise, you said?
Yes. And I know you had asked, were you still interested in that rod? I didn't get explain a whole lot.
No, I think the hat is what Siler can do.
All right.
In all seriousness, I'll buy the rod.
The rod of opening, or
Uh-huh.
the chime of opening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's a hollow metal tube. It's about 1 foot long and weighs about 1 pound. He'll tell you basically that it can basically open any doors or locks that you need opened, and mechanically, you can strike it as an action, pointing at an object within 120 feet of you that can be opened, such as a door, a lid, or a lock. The chime issues a clear tone, and one lock or latch on the object opens unless the sound can't reach the object. If no locks or latches remain, the object itself opens. And he said it can be used 10 times. After that, it will break. And
Alright,
he
so
says, I can part with this item for 80 gold.
I apologize. 80 gold seems a bit high for something I'll only use 10 times.
I don't know. I mean, I got plenty of thieves out there looking to get something like this.
I don't see any of them here today.
That's
I will-
why
Ain't ye a liar, sir? A thief can pick a lock by himself. What use could a thief have for such an item?
Yes, I offer you 50 gold.
Can a thief pick a magical lock? He'll raise his eyebrows and kind of waggle 'em at you.
Depends on the thief.
You got a point there, friend.
I offer you 50 gold, sir. No more.
How about 50 gold in one of them favors?
I'll give you 50 gold in a favor for one of your books.
He'll ponder. 60 gold in a favor for a book.
Interesting. 75 gold, a favor, one of your books of my choosing, and the chime of opening.
I'm kind of like thinking his head and like counting his fingers.
Oh, just get on with it.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
we're negotiating.
now you're sure that you can provide these favors for me, huh?
Absolutely. Whatever you may ask, as long as it is within my
You willing to
moral
shake on it as a gentleman's agreement?
I will have you know, as long as it is within my moral standards, it will be done.
All right. And so he'll hold his hand out to shake.
Yup. Let's do
All
it.
right. And you feel a small tingle as you shake his hand.
Okay.
And he will guide you to the books. Which one
So-
were you wanting?
What are there again?
So there's the Tome of Clear Thought, which will give you a increase of 2 to your intelligence. Tome of Leadership and Influence will give your charisma score a boost by 2. Tome of Understanding will increase your wisdom by 2. And the other 3, if I can find them. Maybe those are earlier up. Maybe they were farther back. I had so many things marked off. This, like, half this book is magical items. There is the Manual of Bodily Health, which will up your Constitution by 2. Manual of Gainful Exercise, which will up your Strength by 2. And the Manual of Quickness of Action, which will up your Dexterity by 2.
What do you guys suggest I should take?
I don't fucking care.
So
Your lowest
got a-
score right now, I think, is Dex, which is 11.
Hmm.
So, real quick, Aaron, just I mean, obviously this is Jordan's decision. Are these books like consumables? After he does this, is it spent, or is this something he can
Yes.
pass around the party?
So the books. So after you spend, 6 or less days, to put in the 48 hours reading the book, the magic in it will fade after it's been used.
Okay.
So
it should be based on his stats and not like, let's bring everybody's int up.
right. So
Okay.
it's like a one-use thing.
Gotcha.
Do you think I should do it off the lowest?
I would do whatever would think would benefit the class the most.
See, that's what I'm trying to think, but being a person that's never really played this before, I don't...
Are paladins charisma based on their spells?
I don't think so. I don't know off the top of my head, but it feels like they'd be wisdom based, doesn't it?
That's what
I
I'm
think they
thinking.
are.
Well, I can look at my spells, and I've got Light, which is my cantrip.
I'm looking it up for you, man.
Arm.